Instantly, in that one mouthful, you have gone from being a complete madman to an utter genius. It is phenomenal.
The next step is we're going to fry up the bacon to try and render out some of the fat with a little bit of maple syrup and then put it in the beer.
A little bit of maple syrup.
A lot of maple syrup. Let's pour the maple syrup in. So this is going to add a load of calories to the beer and give the beer a brilliant, distinct flavour.
We love calories.
And we love maple syrup.
At last, the moment has arrived to find out not only if the guy's stout is really the most caloric beer of all time, but also if the people of Durham can actually stomach it.
To make this beer, we used 1 gallon of Waterfall Farm maple syrup.
And God put the pig on this earth for one thing. He's completely right, for bacon.
And we made this beer using pedal power. I pedaled so hard I thought we were going to end up back in Scotland.
And we actually turned the beer into ice cream. We turned half the beer into ice cream, and the other half we're going to use to make a beer float. So we're going to put a little sliver of bacon on the top, a little drizzle of maple syrup, and hopefully that is going to give us the most calorific beer ever invented. Bridget, how many calories are in this beer?
633.
Let's taste the beer with the most calories in it in the world. Let's get fact.
All right. What about a little bit of egg? Egg yolk.
So you're saying an egg yolk in the beer?
Yeah.
No. Why would you put egg in a beer?
So we're gonna put some sugar on these guys.
So you're now going to brulee the sugar into the top of the egg?
Yeah, because caramelized sugar and cinnamon has a real nice flavor profile.
So we'll get the smoke from the wood, and then we'll get the burnt sugar from the brulee.
Yeah, I think the apples are gonna really be complemented by that. There you go. And I'll take that one. All right, gents. Bottoms up.
Instantly, in that one mouthful, you have gone from being a complete madman to an utter genius. It is phenomenal.
You've got apple in its best form, apple pie. You get the custard that coats the whole top of your mouth from the egg yolk. And you got the burnt sugar that plays really well with the smoke character as well.
I think it works.
You're going to get cinnamon. At the back of your palate, the apple kicks in.
Allow the egg yolk to break in your mouth. See how it makes you feel?
Believe me, it's delicious. You can expect a fantastic interplay of flavors exploding all over your palate. This is pharmaceutical-grade caffeine. 2 grams, about that much, could kill a human. 4.5 grams could kill Darth Vader. And the whole bag could kill King Kong.
Wow.
Nobody said making the world's most caffeinated beer would be easy. Did anyone say that?
No one said that.
No one said that.
No.
So let's be super careful with this, guys.
Okay, so what does it taste like?
Just a tiny, tiny bit in the tip of my finger.
No, it's kind of bitter.
You're right.
So Chris said that this package was enough to make...
Bitter.
So
Really
Chris-
bitter.
It's a lingering bitterness.
So this pint is going to have the same caffeine content as a pint of espresso. So I think it's important that we don't serve the beer in pints.
Maybe adds a touch of a lingering bitterness at the back, but the stout covers that up pretty good.
Yeah.
So we should limit people as to how many shots of this beer they can have.
No more than 3 or 4 pints.
That'll do it.
After caffeinating their beer with tons of coffee and a generous helping of cocoa nibs, James and Martin are ready to take it to the people and see what they think.
Welcome. I'd like to bring out James and Martin from Brew Dogs.
We came to Seattle to make the most caffeinated beer on the planet.
There's more caffeine in this beer than there is in a double espresso.
When we were tasting the coffee for this beer, we learned a new technique known as cupping. And because this beer is so potent, that's how we're going to taste the beer.
Fill your spoon up, and the important thing is to slurp it in with the maximum velocity that you can, and that puts it all around your whole mouth so you get the full taste of the beer. Is it all set?
Go. Oh, I like that. This could be a while.
Lighting the fire, watch yourselves.
We've got enough juice to do our sparge.
If I never see a cucumber again, it'll be too soon.
What about the one I left on your pillow?
I'll eat that.
I wouldn't eat it. That is the strangest looking sparge I've ever seen.
I think this is probably the first ever mash that's been sparged with cucumber water.
And maybe the last.
Yeah.
Just before it starts to boil, we should maybe taste it. Careful, it's quite hot.
Okay.
Cheers.
Thank you. Oh.
Prost.
Cheers.
Hot. Very hot.
I thought it had cooled down in my glass.
You can see it boiling. That would be one of the telltale
But
signs that it's hot.
Greg thought that because it's so anti-Reinheitsgebot, it would be different to normal boiling water and probably wouldn't be as hot.
Exactly.
This is the first beer of its kind that's been made anywhere.
You start off cucumber straight away. The sourness kicking in pretty fast in the back of that. You've got the wheat malt in there, you've got rye malt, and there's a touch of spice.
You guys are the first people on the planet to taste the ultimate anti-Reinheitsgebot beer. What did you think of it?
Smelled a bit like pickles in the beginning.
The first sip was a bit of a punch in the face because of the sour.
It's like, what am I drinking? But then after a few sips, it's like, yeah, it's actually pretty nice.
There's so much different flavors in it, like this cucumber.
Something very unusual that I've never definitely tasted, but refreshing and yeah, really nice.
I love it. I really do.
Colorado, a place famous for its dramatic landscapes and its one-with-nature outdoor lifestyle. Skiing, hiking, yoga. What better place for James and Martin to create a solar-powered death ray meat beer at the top of a mountain? They've taken the highest paved road in America, 14,000 feet up Mount Evans, to harness the power of the sun to brew the ultimate Colorado beer. And nothing could stop them now, except clouds. Clouds could definitely stop them.
This is the amazing malt that we smoked with the meat. Quite subtle, but you get that smokiness, that meatiness.
2-row pale malt.
How's that working out?
I smell it right now, that's for sure.
Sure you can't taste it, there's a lot of that going into your mouth.
And this mash smells just like my grandmother's kitchen when she was making like wholesome, family, hearty kind of meat dinner.
Haggis?
Yeah, some haggis, what the hell. Just stereotype me all the way. Envelope yourself in its meaty purity.
What do you taste?
Tastes smoked meat.
There's definitely a distinctive smoky character, and that apple wood that we used to smoke the meat imparted quite a powerful flavour.
God's not being too kind to us. There's some clouds coming, and if we lose the sun, we lose everything. God, it would seem, isn't in favour of our meat cactus Denver beer. Selfish. It's time for hops, and it's time for cacti.
All of these ingredients are Colorado grown.
So these are the cacti that we hunted for when we went mountain cycling. I've still got them in my buttocks, and now these little bitches are going to pay the consequences.
The cactus will add a Wild West tang to the beer.
We came here from Scotland on a mission to make the ultimate Colorado beer. This beer is actually made with meat smoked malt. We went mountain biking with Dale, we got some cacti. The other thing we wanted to do was harness the power of the sun.
And we're not talking solar panels or anything like that. The sun comes down onto parabolic mirrors that bounce back up onto the mash tun, onto the kettle, onto the hot liquor tank.
What was the first thing you thought when someone said we're going to taste a beer with meat?
Yes.
I was a little bit worried when I saw the garnish.
So that was actually the meat that we used to smoke the malt?
I was harnessed by the power of this beer.